What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we are going to be taking a look at the Halloween Cup, as in a few hours the Halloween Cup will be coming to Pokemon GO Battle League. Now the Halloween Cup is Niantic's first attempt at a typing or a themed GO Battle League for us, and as you guys can see on the right, the only types that are going to be allowed in this Halloween Cup are going to be Dark, Bug, Ghost, Fairy, and Poison. This means that if a Pokemon does not have one of these typings, it will not be allowed to battle in the Halloween Cup. And also if it has a dual typing, so let's say for example, Mandibuzz, right? Mandibuzz being a new Pokemon that we got from Team Rocket Eggs. It is a dark flying typing. Just because it has the flying typing doesn't mean that it is restricted. It has the dark typing, so it will be allowed. Now, what we're going to do in today's video is talk about the best Pokemon, show you guys where you can get all this information. We're going to take a look at the Pokemon that I have invested in for this Halloween Cup, and we're going to dabble in some team building or some solid cores that could have a lot of play in the Halloween Cup. I also have a special announcement. So like a lot of you probably saw yesterday, I uploaded an Among Us video to the channel here because I wanted to see what you guys thought about it. I love playing other games alongside Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go is definitely my main game, but I like to mix it up every now and then. I like to play Among Us or Call of Duty Warzone or potentially Cyberpunk 2077 coming out here soon. I'm a gamer by heart and I like playing other stuff. So what I've done is I've created a new YouTube channel that is going to be dedicated to variety gaming by me and variety guides as well to that, with other stuff that I have fun with. So if you guys are interested in that, maybe you guys like Among Us, or maybe you guys are super pumped for Cyberpunk because I'm going to be diving into that, be sure to go check out that new channel. It's going to be linked down in the comments. Now this doesn't mean by any means that I am stopping Pokemon Go content. No, not at all. Pokemon Go is my bread and butter. This is what I love to do and this is what I love making videos on. But I just wanted to try something new and see if you guys enjoy it as well. So yeah, be sure to go subscribe if you guys haven't already, if you're interested in that. If not, totally fine. Hang out here. We're going to keep doing Pokemon Go content. Now, as well, the Halloween Cup is only going to be in the Great League, so Pokemon that are maxed out at 1,500 combat power, which makes this relatively cost-effective when it comes to powering up Pokemon for this specific Halloween Cup. And it's also going to be a week long as well, which is really awesome. But we are over here on pvpoke.com. If you guys have not checked out this resource yet, I highly encourage you to do so. This is where everyone goes to for information on PvP. So where we're at is we're in the ranking section in Great League, and what you can do is change it to the Halloween Cup. And here we go. We're going to have our rankings of the best Pokemon in the Halloween Cup. Now, right away, we see Mandibuzz at the top. Mandibuzz is a new Pokemon for GO Battle League, and it is thick. It's like a flying Umbreon. This thing is solid. It has a great moveset as well. It can counter a lot of Pokemon that we are going to be seeing here in the Halloween Cup. As well, it's going to have some weaknesses that it's going to look out for, which is specifically going to be Azumarill and Galvantula, plus Crustle as well. We'll get to that. Zweilous as well is pretty good, but it has a great moveset there. It has Air Slash and Snarl. Air Slash isn't the best fast move that we've seen in GO Battle League, but it's still pretty decent. It has Snarl, which you guys know has a lot of energy gain, and then it has great movesets right there in terms of charge moves. Aerial Ace, Foul Play, Shadow Ball, and Dark Pulse. Now, Aerial Ace isn't that great. I wish it had Sky Attack, but it's still very, very strong. And it comes at no surprise that Azumarill as well is going to be top of the rankings here for the Halloween Cup, because Azumarill is absolutely phenomenal. It's going to be countering a lot of Pokemon, but it has so many weaknesses. I want you guys to understand that right here. This is not an Azumarill Cup. Yes, Azumarill is a part of it, but it has so many Pokemon to worry about that it definitely can be handled. Now, this is where we're going to be starting getting into some unique Pokemon that you may have never seen before in the Great League or in GO Battle League, and that is going to be Pokemon like Beedrill or Golbat or even Alolan Marowak, which is my personal favorite. Alolan Marowak I think is going to be so strong for this cup because it can really handle that Galvantula, and with Shadow Ball it can handle Azumarill as well. Now the Beedrill is a really interesting pick right here. It has access to Poison Jab, Drill Run, which is the Community Day move which we had earlier this year. It also has access to a lot of different charge moves that you could utilize to counter whatever you want on the opponent's side, right? So you could have Sludge Bomb maybe for those fairies, you could have X Scissor for the darks, You could have Aerial Ace for maybe some of the grass or a fighter that we may see in Scrafty. So yeah, you got a lot of great options. I think Beedrill is going to have a lot of play in this cup because of how versatile it is at taking down specific Pokemon. So you can handle Azumarill, Venusaur, Galvantula, Toxicroak, and Skuntank, and that's due to its moveset, right? You can hard farm down with Poison Jab on Azumarill. You can hit Galvantula and Toxicroak with those drill runs. So I think it's going to have a lot of play and potentially strong on the safe swap. As we continue to scroll down, there are so many strong Pokemon. They're going to have some play here. Mawile, Frostlass, Swalot as well, which is really interesting. Swalot is a poison type Pokemon that has access to Infestation, Ice Beam, and Sludge Bomb. Great versatile moveset right there in terms of coverage. You can beat that Azumarill, and you can also beat Flyers, which is really nice. So you can beat that Mandibuzz and Golbat, which I think are also going to be pretty popular. And it's also only 10,000 Stardust to unlock a second charge move right here. So you're looking at a potential dust savings on a Pokemon that has a great new moveset that people may not know about. And as we continue to go through these rankings right here, I want you guys to understand that just because a Pokemon is lower down on the rankings, like Wormadam, Trash, or a Alolan Muck, for example, it's not in the top 10, doesn't mean that it doesn't have play. I think they have fantastic play, and that's what's great about themed type leagues, right? Because just because the ranking is down here doesn't mean it can't win. So Azumarill, right, being a fairy type Pokemon, is going to be taking super effective damage from poison type moves, and you have access to Sludge Wave and Gunk Shot, both of which can do massive damage to Azumarill. On top of that, you have hard-hitting moves for a lot of more neutral matchups, that being like Venusaur or Galvantula, or you can even hard cover that Alolan Marowak because you have access to Dark Pulse. So I encourage you all to come here through the rankings, see what Pokemon you guys have and where they land, and how good or what coverage they could have in this cup. Like, for example, Toxicroak, number 36 in the rankings, but Toxicroak really has to watch out for two things, basically a Confusion user or a Flyer. I definitely think this Halloween Cup is going to be a wild west of Pokemon used and teams used. It's only going to be a week long, but what's great here is you guys can invest in some of the Pokemon, if you haven't already, that are going to be really strong that you can also utilize in Open Great League as well. So the higher you go, probably the better you'll have a chance. So like an Alolan Marowak is a fantastic investment overall. Same with Zweilos or Frostlass or Galvantula, Azumarill, Mandibuzz. I think you'll get a lot of return on investment right there if you invest in them for this Halloween Cup and then be able to utilize them in the Great League. Okay, checking out some of my own Pokemon that I have for this cup. Now, I want you guys to understand that I do have a lot of Pokemon here, and that is due to me competing in the Silph Arena, which was global tournaments all of last year of 2019, which all took place in the Great League, which is why I have so many Great League Pokemon. But I did invest in a few more Pokemon that I didn't have specifically for this Halloween Cup, and we'll talk about them. So as you can see right here, I have 38 Pokemon that I can try out for this cup, which is really great options right here. And I highly suggest if you guys have some of these Pokemon to be sure to nickname them to something that you can easily access to, like I have nicknamed them Halloween. That way when it comes to my team building, I know that this Pokemon is ready to go for the Halloween Cup. Now, as we go through here, you can see from the rankings that I have quite a few stuff. Now, one of my first investments for this cup was a Crustle right here. Crustle, I think, is going to have a lot of play with Smackdown or potentially Fury Cutter on the fast move, depends on how you want to run it. But Smackdown, I think, is going to hit really hard, and it also only has a second charge move unlock cost of 10,000, which is, again, really great dust savings. And if you want to invest in a Crustle that has good IVs for Ultra League and basically gate it right here in the Great League for this cup, I think that's going to be a smart play. Another one of my recent investments was the Swalot. Like we see right here, I have Infestation, Sludge Bomb, and Ice Beam. I think it's going to be very, very strong. It can handle a lot of stuff, and those charge moves will also hit neutral across the board to a lot of Pokemon as long as they're not Steel. I also invested in a Wormadam Trash, probably one of the best Confusion users that we're going to see being able to handle Toxicroak. On top of that, it's very, very bulky, and it has good charge moves to cover the meta. And those were my recent investments as well. The rest of these I've had previously, which is really great. I'll be able to test out a lot of stuff for you guys. Look to make a lot of unique teams this week that you guys could potentially try out. So I'm really looking forward to that and trying just a bunch of stuff for the Halloween Cup. Now we're over here back on pvpoke.com where you guys can do team building as well. We're going to kind of walk you guys through the options of team building here and talk about why you pick the Pokemon that you do so you guys can have better ideas when it comes to using your own Pokemon and how to put them together in a team. So what we have right here is we're just going to start with something simple, right? Azumarill. A lot of you will have Azumarill, and if you don't, it's probably my highest suggestion of a Pokemon to get for Great League because it is consistently one of the top performers season in and season out. So we have Azumarill right there with Bubble, Ice Beam, and Hydro Pump. And as we scroll down, we can see the X's and O's right here. X's mean you beat that Pokemon, and O's mean they beat us. It's kind of reverse, but yeah, you guys understand. So we beat those, but we're losing to Pokemon like Galvantula, Beedrill, and Swalot, which we have talked about. So what we want to do is try to find a Pokemon that can cover that. And what's great about this team builder is if you guys scroll down, it'll actually tell you your weaknesses here. So we're weak to Galvantula, Venusaur, Ivysaur, Swalot, Beedrill, etc. And then it's going to give you options in terms of coverage. And this is creating what we call a core. So a duo or a Batman and Robin. And as you can see, there's a lot of good options here that maybe you do have. Maybe you have Wormadam Trash like I just invested in. You can utilize that as a great core or protector to Azumarill. Maybe you have Alolan Marowak or Mawile, Gengar, Haunter, Beedrill, Dusclops, Dustox, Frostlass, Galvantula, the list goes on and on. You guys can utilize those to help build your core. So what we'll do right here is we'll go with Alolan Marowak, right? One of my favorite Pokemon. Actually, it is my favorite Pokemon. Let me correct myself right there. My favorite Pokemon for the Great League. So we're going to go ahead and build that core. So we have our Azumarill and Alolan Marowak. So let's take a look at the X's and O's right here. In terms of coverage, bulk, and consistency, it's all pretty strong, but safety is not as good, meaning that we got to realign a lot of matchups in case we lose. But what's also great is Azumarill and Alolan Marowak with energy advantage can flip a lot of losses as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down. We can see that we're weak to Shiftry, Gengar, Haunter, Tentacruel, and the Azumarill as well, maybe in the mirror match or against Alolan Marowak. So what we got to do is find a cover to that. And this is where we can find our safe swap, right? So we have something like a Mandibuzz or Zweilous or an Umbreon or Galvantula, all of which are really strong options, and depending on what you have, you can run them in different ways. So maybe we go with the Umbreon right there. I have run Umbreon on the safe swap in Open Great League, and when an Azumarill comes in, you can actually get it very, very low, and if they don't have Play Rough, it's definitely a winnable matchup. And there we go. There's our team right there that we can try out. So we can try out Azumarill, Alolan Marowak, and the Umbreon right there. We have a lot of great X's and O's. Whatever our lead loses to, we have coverages in the back. So like Beedrill, for example, we have a cover with Alolan Marowak and Umbreon. If we lose to Swalot, we have Alolan Marowak and Umbreon. Or maybe the Zweilous, Azumarill can beat, but it loses. Alolan Marowak and Umbreon will lose to that. So you guys can see there's a balance right there. A lot of X's on one side, O's and X's polarized on the other side. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It's just a quick look at the Halloween Cup because I think it's going to be a wild west of Pokemon and teams used, and it's definitely going to be a trial by fire. So I'm going to do my best to show you guys the teams that did really, really well for me and share those with you guys as quickly as I can. We might see multiple videos every single day coming up this week to really help you guys out because I know not every single person will have Mandibuzz, not every single person will have Crustle, so maybe showing different teams that I run with all those Pokemon that I have access to could help you guys out. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think about the Halloween Cup. Are you guys excited for it? What Pokemon are you guys looking to bring? What teams are going really, really strong for you now in the Halloween Cup? So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.